With these can-do videos, you'll see real-life situations where you have to introduce yourself, talk about your family, or give your contact information. So, by the end, you can do them yourself in French. This video is a small portion of our can-do course. To get the full course, including translations, grammar tools, and assessment tests, click the link in the description. Welcome to Can Do French by FrenchPod101.com.
Bonjour à tous, je suis Lia Mercier. Hi everyone, I'm Lia Mercier. In this lesson, you'll learn how to talk about your family.
This is Ben Lee, and he's at a coffee shop with his classmate, Justine Jerome. Ben is showing her some pictures. She points to one of them and asks, "Is this your family?"
Est-ce ta famille?
Listen to the conversation and focus on the response. Ready?
Est-ce ta famille?
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
Once more with the English translation.
Est-ce ta famille?
Is this your family?
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
Yes, this is my father, my mother, my sister, and me. Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Let's take a closer look at the conversation.
Do you remember how Justine asks, "Is this your family?"
Est-ce ta famille?
Let's start with the word
Famille.
family.
Famille. Famille.
In French, all nouns have grammatical gender and are either singular or plural.
Famille.
Is feminine and singular, a fact that determines the form of other words in the sentence. Before
Famille.
is,
Ta.
meaning your,
Ta. Ta. Ta.
is feminine and singular to agree with.
Famille.
Together, it's
Ta famille.
your family.
Ta famille.
Moving to the start of the sentence,
Est.
is.
Est. Est.
Note,
Est.
is from the verb
Être.
meaning to be.
Être.
Next is
Ce.
this.
Ce. Ce.
Together, it's
Est.
meaning is this.
Est.
Notice the word order when asking a question.
Est.
Is, followed by
Ce.
this. When this inverted word order occurs in French, there must be a hyphen between the verb and the subject in this case. Note the pronunciation of
S. S.
it's pronounced as one sound.
S.
Is this?
S.
Altogether, it's
Est ta famille?
is this your family?
Est ta famille?
Note the rising intonation of the sentence to indicate that it's a question.
Est-ce ta famille?
Remember this question. You'll hear it again later.
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how Ben says, "Yes, this is my father, my mother, my sister, and me"?
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
This starts with the expression,
Oui.
meaning yes.
Oui. Oui.
It answers Justine's yes or no question. Is this your family?
Est-ce ta famille?
After this, Ben points to the picture and says,
C'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
first is,
C'est.
meaning this is.
C'est. C'est.
Note,
C'est.
is contracted with
Est.
to form.
C'est.
After this is,
Mon père.
my father,
Mon père. Père.
father,
Père. Père. Mon.
my,
Mon. Mon
is masculine and singular to agree with.
père. Mon père.
Next is,
Ma mère.
my mother,
Ma mère. Mère.
mother,
Mère. Mère. Ma.
my,
Ma. Ma.
is feminine and singular to agree with.
Mère. Ma mère.
After this is,
Ma sœur.
my sister,
Ma sœur. Sœur.
sister,
Sœur. Sœur. Ma.
my,
Ma.
is feminine and singular to agree with.
Sœur. Ma sœur.
Next is,
Et.
and
Et. Et.
last is,
Moi.
me.
Moi. Moi.
All together,
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
yes, this is my father, my mother, my sister, and me.
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
The pattern is,
C'est family member, family member, family member et moi.
this is family member, family member, family member, and me. To use this pattern, simply replace the family member placeholder with the appropriate word for my and members of your family. Remember that the word for my will be
Mon.
when your family member is male and
Ma.
when your family member is female. Imagine your family members are your father, your mother, your brother, and you.
Frère.
Is brother.
Frère. Frère. Frère.
Is masculine and singular. Therefore, my brother is.
Mon frère. Mon frère.
Say, this is my father, my mother, my brother, and me. Ready?
C'est mon père, ma mère, mon frère et moi.
This is my father, my mother, my brother, and me.
C'est mon père, ma mère, mon frère et moi.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
C'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi. C'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
C'est mon père, ma mère, mon frère et moi. C'est mon père, ma mère, mon frère et moi.
C'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi. C'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
C'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur, mon frère et moi. C'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur, mon frère et moi.
Mes parents et moi. Mes parents et moi. Did you notice how I replaced mon père, ma mère with mes parents?
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Mes parents et moi.
My parents and me. The phrase
Mes parents.
means my parents.
Mes parents.
Remember, in French, all nouns have grammatical gender and are either singular or plural.
Parents.
Is masculine and plural, a fact that determines the form of other words in the sentence.
Parents.
Parents.
Parents. Parents.
Before this is
Mes.
my.
Mes. Mes.
Is masculine and plural to agree with
Parents. Mes parents et moi.
my parents and me.
Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then, repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how to say yes? Oui. Oui. And how to say me? Moi. Moi. Do you remember how to say and? Et. Et. Do you remember how to say sister? Sœur. Sœur. And how to say my sister? Ma sœur. Ma sœur. Do you remember how to say mother? Mère. Mère. And how to say my mother? Ma mère. Ma mère. Do you remember how to say father? Père. Père. And how to say my father? Mon père. Mon père. Do you remember how Ben says, yes, this is my father, my mother, my sister, and me.
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi. Do you remember how to say family? Famille. Famille. And how to say your family? Ta famille. Ta famille. Do you remember how Justine asks, is this your family?
Est-ce ta famille?
Est-ce ta famille? Do you remember how to say brother? Frère. Frère. And how to say my brother? Mon frère. Mon frère.
Let's practice. Imagine you're Sasha, Ben's younger sister. Respond to your friend's question referring to the photo. Don't forget to include the word for yes at the beginning of your response. Ready?
Est-ce ta famille?
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, mon frère et moi.
Listen again and repeat.
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, mon frère et moi. Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, mon frère et moi.
Let's try another. Imagine you're Ben's classmate, Noé Najar. You have a father, mother, and sister. Ready?
Est-ce ta famille?
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
Listen again and repeat.
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi. Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur et moi.
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Ben's classmate and language exchange partner, Justine Jerome. You have a father, mother, sister, and brother. Ready?
Est-ce ta famille?
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur, mon frère et moi.
Listen again and repeat.
Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur, mon frère et moi. Oui, c'est mon père, ma mère, ma sœur, mon frère et moi.
This is the end of this lesson.
Now, here's what you can do to cement this conversation in your head. Review the conversation with our dialogue tool and lesson transcripts. Study the key words and phrases with our spaced repetition flashcards. Review the key grammar and cultural tips inside the lesson notes. And test yourself with our assessment tests. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to access our Can-Do course.
Now, you know how to talk about your own family in French. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.